Now at 5 o'clock, a deputy to the rescue of a stranded swimmer in Grant County. And a heat wave continues throughout our region with even hotter conditions expected tomorrow. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert forecast. And she's only 10. A girl who found herself lost in rural Kittitas County has been rescued. Breaking news at 5 o'clock, several people hurt in a shooting at a high school celebration in Virginia. It happened outside a theater in Richmond where commencement for 3 different schools had been scheduled. 7 people were shot and 3 have life-threatening wounds. 2 people have been taken into custody. We're tracking this story and we'll bring you more information as we get it. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Tuesday evening. I'm Madeline Hagan. Well, it's a topic that KAPP KVEW has been covering for months, the debate over opening retail cannabis stores in Pasco. Now at 5 o'clock, after months of back and forth, Pasco City Council voted 4-3 Monday night to allow retail cannabis in certain parts of the city. You can watch continued coverage online at yaktrinews.com. And moving to our weather, the risk of wildfires continues. The National Weather Service in Seattle issuing a red flag warning for parts of the Cascades. The agency tweeted this map of the impacted areas. And this is something that KAPP KVEW Stacey Lee is tracking, that red flag warning and the heat setting in around the region. Here's Stacey.
That's right. There is a red flag warning in place till 10 o'clock. May get extended tomorrow because of the hot weather, but it's impacting the Cascade Mountains from the Canadian border all the way down into the southern portion of the Cascades. So we want to be fire wise. A lot of folks heading out camping and spending time in the mountains this time of year. So again, be aware of that. Here's some wildfire safety tips. Again, never leave those campfires unattended. Keep vehicles off dry vegetation. We had a fire recently in the area caused by a hot lawnmower. So again, be properly discarding those cigarettes and so on. So be safe out there. Be fire wise as we head into fire season this year. Temperatures nice and hot outside. Can you believe it? Look at that. We're at 94 right now, Tri-Cities, 88 Walla Walla, 89 in Yakima. We have 86 in Ellensburg. And planning your night tonight, again, we stay nice and warm right into the early part of the evening. 84 tonight by 8 in Tri-Cities, and in Walla Walla, temperatures dropping into the 70s by 8 p.m. Here's what's coming up the next couple of days. Again, we got a lot going on around the area. Nice evening, thunderstorms coming our way in the next couple of days. And how hot's it going to be tomorrow? Well, we'll get to all of that in the full weather forecast.
Thank you so much, Stacey. New tonight, Yakima police want to find a missing woman. Officers say 30-year-old Alessandra Alvarado has last known to frequent the area near North 1st Street in Yakima. If you've seen her or happen to know where she is, please contact Detective Greenwald at 509-576-6597. And tonight we have an update on a story we brought you yesterday. Authorities have released the identity of a body found over the weekend in Toppenish. The Yakima County coroner has identified the man as 17-year-old Eduardo Cerda. According to the county coroner, Cerda died from a gunshot wound to the torso. Authorities consider this a homicide investigation. 911 call records indicate the Yakima County Sheriff's Office deputies located the body early Sunday morning on South Elder Street. There's no word on any suspects or a possible motive. Relatives of one of the students murdered last fall at the University of Idaho will observe her birthday this week. In her memory, the family of Kaylee Gonzalez wants the public to do something that makes you happy this Thursday, June 8th. That could be as simple as spending time with a loved one, watching the sunrise, or trying a new hike. The Gonzalez family says while Kaylee is gone, her love is not. And they say, quote, together for her, let's prove love can never die, end quote. She and 3 other students were found murdered in November. Prosecutors have charged Brian Koberger in the killings. Now to new developments involving 36 Latin American immigrants recently flown from Texas to California. The Florida Division of Emergency Management has confirmed it's responsible for the 2 private charter flights. California officials are now investigating if the migrants were lured under false pretenses. ABC's Melissa Dunn has the new details.
After a second flight of migrants arrived in Sacramento on Monday, California's Attorney General has expanded his investigation into how the now 36 migrants boarded separate private charter flights from El Paso, Texas to New Mexico before landing in Sacramento, California. Rob Bonta saying he's looking into potential state-sanctioned kidnapping charges.
They were promised help finding jobs if they got on the plane. And after they got off the plane, rather than receiving any help finding jobs, as was represented to them. They were dumped and deserted.
Bonta believes Florida may be involved because the migrants allegedly had documents stamped State of Florida on them, and the charter company allegedly used to transport the migrants was Vertal Systems, the same company reportedly used by Governor Ron DeSantis' administration last fall to send about 50 asylum seekers from San Antonio to Martha's Vineyard. The sheriff of Bexar County in Texas, where the Martha's Vineyard migrants were flown from, has been investigating that incident and announced yesterday that he is now recommending that the district attorney bring criminal charges into that case. Governor Gavin Newsom calling out DeSantis, tweeting, "This isn't Martha's Vineyard. Kidnapping charges?"
There are other sort of lesser included forms of kidnapping. There are also potential civil violations. So kidnapping is something that we're looking at.
Neither DeSantis nor the state of Florida have responded to the accusations.
And the faith-based community organization group Sacramento ACT says the new group of 20 migrants that arrived on Monday are mostly young people. Feeding hungry children, the Pasco School District has announced a sponsorship of the Federal Summer Food Service Program for children. Kids 18 and younger can get free breakfast and lunch during the summer. Meals will be offered at Pasco High School, Virgie Robinson Elementary, New Horizons, Stevens Middle School, Barbara McClintock STEM Elementary, Maya Angelou Elementary, and Chiawana High School. Now the dates and times do vary. You can find all of that information on our website, yaktranews.com. The city of Grandview broke ground today on the city's first ever truck plaza. KAPP-KVEW's Emily Goodell tells us it's a public-private partnership aimed at helping Grandview grow.
The average truck driver drives hundreds of miles in a day, but eventually they have to stop. The city of Grandview is hoping that they'll soon find a reason to stop here. The city is breaking ground on its first ever truck plaza, an $8.1 million partnership between a private business owner, the city, port, and Yakima County. It's just off of I-82 near Wine Country Road and Higgins Way, next to the Walmart Distribution Center. And it'll be built in phases.
The first phase is going to be the truck plaza. It's going to include the convenience store, truck car fuel stations. It's going to have truck repair shop, truck wash, and restaurants and bar. And the second phase, they will have the 40-room hotel.
And at the end of it all, they anticipate bringing more than 60 new jobs into the community. The plan is to have the first phase of the project completed by the end of the year, and the second phase in the next couple of years. Reporting in Grandview, Emily Goodell, KAPP-KVEW Local News.
Well, traffic alert tonight. The Candy Mountain Preserve trailhead will be closed today through tomorrow due to road improvement work. Workers will pave a street just off of Dallas Road and conduct hard surfacing of the trailhead parking lot. Now, local traffic can still access East 669 PR Northeast during the road work, but it will drop to a single lane. Yakima Pride is hosting a community pint night at Bale Breaker Brewing Company in Moxie ahead of this weekend's Pride Festival. They partnered together to brew something special for Pride Month, the Lady Sparkle Haze IPA. It'll be on tap for the rest of the month, and $1 from every purchase goes to support Yakima Pride.
The LGBT community is here. We are growing. We're a very inclusive environment, so it's always fun to have these businesses come out and support and be these great community allies and partners with us.
A community celebration will be happening with Yakima Pride until 9 p.m. tonight. But again, that fundraiser goes on through the end of June. The heat is on around the Mid-Columbia and the region. It's scorching today, and tomorrow looks even hotter. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert weather forecast. Plus, a competition for the young and young at heart. Martial artists from Yakima will represent the nation on a world stage. That's still to come on KAPP-KVEW Local News at 5 o'clock.
Tonight, as more GOP hopefuls enter the 2024 presidential race, are their platforms strong enough to turn them into frontrunners? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, We take your injury personally.
At Good Shepherd, it is not just a job. It is our mission. A mission to improve the health of our community. To give you our hearts, our minds, our compassion, the best technology available, and the greatest medicine of all, kindness. Thank you for trusting us with your care.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Saddle up and head over to Horse Heaven Saloon in Prosser, a family-owned and operated business in the heart of America's Hop Valley. Come experience in-house brewed craft beer, fresh and unique foods, and much more. It's all waiting for you at the Horse Heaven Saloon in historic downtown Prosser.
4752.
Hey up there. Points. Points!
Everyone knows miles are better than points.
Oh, you fancy miles. That's all you ever talk about.
Stop! I'm telling Dad you used credit.
Bah!
Pish posh. Use me.
What he needs is points.
Think about the repercussions. It's 10% off if you sign up for a store card.
No.
Oh boy.
It's okay to use credit sometimes. Let's talk about it.
Find a healthier approach to money at Gisa.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland July 8th and 9th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back, everyone. A local dog rescue is asking for your help after they were given a severely malnourished dog. This 3-year-old Belgian Malinois was found by Tri-Cities Animal Control last week near Pasco High School. Mikey's Chance Rescue has since renamed her Precious Little Lamb. When found, she weighed 21 pounds. That's the weight of an 8-week-old puppy, not 3 years old. Maddox Dog Training Academy in Eltopia is caring for her as she regains strength, but she does have a long road to recovery. Mikey's Chance is taking monetary donations while Maddox is accepting food, raw meat, toys, or healthy chews. Now, right now, she's not up for adoption, and we did reach out to Animal Control to see if there's an investigation. They told us they were unable to identify who the dog belonged to. New footage tonight from a water rescue in Grant County. The sheriff's office says Deputy Josh Fitzhugh swam across Lake Lanice to rescue a stranded swimmer. This drone footage comes from the Grant County Fire District number 8, showing the deputy swimming to the man who swam out to his raft but got too tired to swim back to shore or climb inside the raft. Deputy Fitzhugh gave the swimmer a flotation device, then pulled the man and his raft back to shore. The sheriff's office says in the end, everyone was okay. And a 10-year-old girl who got lost in a rural part of Kittitas County has been found. According to the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office, the 10-year-old has only minor injuries and should be fine. She got lost during a large family outing Sunday near Cathedral Rock in the Cleella River Valley. In sports, a big name in WSU football history returning to the national spotlight. On Monday, Ryan Leaf's name was added to the College Football Hall of Fame ballot. This marks the second straight year his name has made the ballot. During his 3 years in Pullman, Leaf threw for more than 7,400 yards and 59 touchdowns. He became a household name in 1997 as Leaf was named the Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year as first-team All-American. He helped lead the Cougs to their first 10-win season since 1928. That ultimately culminated in the conference championship and a Rose Bowl appearance. Leaf was selected number 2 overall in the '98 draft, behind Peyton Manning. The 2024 Hall of Fame class won't be announced until sometime early next year, but even if Leaf doesn't make it on this attempt, he still has 23 years of eligibility left. The Walla Walla Karate Center is sending some martial artists to represent the USA in a World Tournament Championship in Scotland. This is for the 11th WUKF World Karate Championships. KAPP-KP's Riley Fitzgerald was in Walla Walla this morning to meet the martial artists headed to Scotland next month. She says she had quite the interactive experience.
From ages 11 to 61, 4 local martial artists are taking a grand stage in July to compete at the World Karate Championships. All of the athletes have been preparing for this for a long time, and while July can't come soon enough, The nerves are real for all of them, competing on not just a national stage, but global competition mats.
It nerve-wracking. I'm very nervous, but I feel like I can do it.
The dojo, founded more than 30 years ago, is representing the U.S. as well as the small town of Walla Walla.
The good thing about being in small towns like this is you can ask people for support and they generally will give it to you without any questions.
I would like to see more support just for karate in general. It's not a very supported sport. It's kind of low key, if you didn't notice, but we're a big family.
I think if they just came down here and seen what it is about and the camaraderie and the people here, and they'd want to learn.
Not only camaraderie was found on Elder Street in Walla Walla, but also family.
I have also built a family here, such as Camden. Camden's one of my best friends. He's like a little brother.
Camden is the youngest to head to the World Tournament from Walla Walla. He's 11 years old, and this is already his second World Tournament. Camden will be joining Luke, Jesse, and Jamie to Scotland with the Karate Center of Walla Walla. They are a handful of the few martial artists in the country selected to represent the U.S.
For one, to be invited to the World Championships, you get all around the world, you get the best people. And to be considered some of the best people from the United States to go to the World Championships is quite an honor.
Also an honor, the Karate Center gave me a little bit of an introduction, and well, good thing I'm not going to Scotland. In Walla Walla, Riley Fitzgerald, KAPP KVEW Local News.
A forever, Riley. I love it. Well, the martial artists from Walla Walla leave for the national tournament in Fort Lauderdale on July 1st, and then for Scotland for the World Championships on July 10th.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we're going to start out by taking a look at our Legends Casino Skycam today. Again, you can see a little bit of wind blowing in the background there. Nice and sunny, though, with clear skies, a few high clouds passing through. Our sunrise this morning at 5:06, sunset getting closer to 9 p.m. each and every day. Those winds right now sustained at about 11 miles an hour in the Tri-Cities. Light to near zero winds there in Dayton. Light winds in Yakima and Ellensburg this evening. So those nice little breezes helping with these warm temperatures around the area. We're in the 80s and 90s, 94 Tri-Cities, 89 in Yakima. We have 89 right now in Walla Walla. Going to show you the setup for what's coming up because we are expecting some thunder showers through the area for the next couple of days all the way through Friday. So it's that southerly flow again coming up from the area down below and then into the Sierra Nevadas, making its way right into Washington State, and that will be the setup. Now that could be some potentially severe thunderstorms, mainly through Idaho and central Oregon, but we could see a few of those just hit eastern Washington. So we're going to keep an eye on that for the next couple of days. Storm chances for tomorrow, again, fairly light for the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities. Most of those will be to the east of Pendleton into Idaho. But as we get into Thursday, more places are at risk for those thunder showers. Again, lightning, gusty winds, and hail. They're talking about the hail potential on Wednesday in eastern Oregon could be pretty substantial. So be prepared for that, and we'll track that for you. Here's the futurecast again. Pretty unsettled, scattered situation coming through the Idaho area. Then it moves from the south again. We'll see some of those showers hitting the Pendleton area, and we could see a couple of strays move through the Tri-Cities, Columbia Basin into the Kittitas and Yakima valleys as well. This is Thursday morning, so potential for some stormy weather on Thursday passing through the area. Be prepared for that, but we still have lots of hot weather headed our way for the next couple of days. Overnight, it's going to be pretty comfortable for you out there. We're going to see temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 62 tonight, Tri-City, 60 in Yakima, 55 Moses Lake, 61 in Walla Walla, 58 in Prosser. All right, tomorrow's temperatures, again, like I said, a hot one. Toppiness, we'll see 95 degrees, 95 in Yakima, Cle Elum 91, and 92 in Ellensburg. Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities area, 98 degrees. We're going to be flirting with 100, and we could potentially get there tomorrow. Connell at 95, Hanford at 98, Prosser 95, 97 in Hermiston. Moving into the foothills of the Blues, Dayton at 93. We'll see 95 degrees for Walla Walla, and then a warm 93 degrees in Pendleton. So very warm. We want to think heat safety out there. Don't leave any person or animal in vehicles. Those vehicles heat up rapidly, and again, we want to be fire wise. Fire potential very extreme, and again, we're going to see some breezy and gusty winds on Thursday along with the potential of thunderstorms. So any fires that do start would spread rapidly. So we want to keep all those things in mind, and again, you want to stay hydrated tomorrow. Let's let's talk weather photos. You know me, I love to see your weather photos, and I got lots of them coming in the area yesterday. Again, a nice day in Tushy. Look at this beautiful picture. I see some wildflowers there, and thanks to Kathy Talbot for sending it in. Super easy to send a weather photo. Just send me an email to slee@kappkview.com and include some information where the photo was taken and, of course, your name, and we'd love to get that on the airwaves. Stick around. I've got that full 7-day planner for both Yakima and Tri-Cities on the way. Maddie?
Thank you so much, Stacey. STCU and KAPP Local News are looking for community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties who go that extra step helping us all. If you know someone like this, please nominate them by clicking on contests at yaktrinews.com. About every 6 weeks, we choose a volunteer to profile on KAPP Local News, and STCU awards his or her organization a $1,000 donation. Thank you for nominating someone, and a big thank you to all volunteers who make our communities stronger. We'll be right back after the break.
Portion of KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new Pro Lodge boat. Multiply your entries, use your club wildcard to earn points, and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 591-8160.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
As a personal injury attorney, I meet some of the best people under the worst of circumstances. They come to us suffering. They completely depend on us. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bath Fitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bath Fitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Now to the war in Ukraine, where a dam breach has caused flooding and mass evacuations for both Russia and Ukraine. This happened in Russian-occupied southern Ukraine and sent a torrent of water into residential towns. Both sides blame the other for sabotaging the dam. Ukraine accuses Russian forces of blowing up the dam and destroying a nearby hydroelectric power plant. The Kremlin blames Ukraine, claiming it was done to distract from an anticipated counteroffensive. The UN International Atomic Agency says there's no immediate safety risk, but is closely monitoring the situation.
We've seen the reports that Russia was responsible for the explosion at the dam, but we cannot say conclusively what happened at this point.
Now also of concern, a nuclear power plant 100 miles upstream, which needs a lot of water to cool its reactors. According to some experts, the loss of the dam could hinder Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russian forces. However, destruction of the dam makes it harder for Russia to provide water to Crimea. David Muir will have more on that story in about 5 minutes on World News Tonight.
Tonight, as more GOP hopefuls enter the 2024 presidential race, are their platforms strong enough to turn them into frontrunners? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
You know, when you're behind the wheel, be it in an airplane, car, or boat, you take on certain responsibility for yourself and for the other guy. So even when you're enjoying yourself this summer, keep safety and responsibility in mind.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore. Yes, it is.
Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
For all the times we've been inspired to be just like Dad. Right now, save $20 on the BG50 blower. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
You know, when you're behind the wheel, be it in an airplane, car, or boat, you take on certain responsibility for yourself and for the other guy. So even when you're enjoying yourself this summer, keep safety and responsibility in mind.
And we have a lot more news to share with you on our mobile app. You can use the camera on your smartphone to scan this QR code, which is also at the bottom of your screen throughout the show. The code takes you right to our app for news and weather on demand. It's free to download and there are no subscription fees. Let's go ahead and take a final look at the weather with Stacy Lee.
It's a nice hot evening for you. Good news is things will cool down overnight. Good sleeping weather later, but still hot at 94 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 89 in Yakima. Still might get to 90, just don't know. Here's that 7-day planner. Hot tomorrow, hottest day of the week. Breezy winds on Thursday, and then look at the big cool down on Friday, and then be aware that we have the potential for thunderstorms the next couple of days as well. More than likely, they'll stay in Idaho and Oregon, but we could see a couple of strays come through. Graduation weekend looking pretty good for those graduates on Saturday. Sunday again warming up, and we'll be back into the 90s next week. So a brief little cool down. Hot tomorrow, Yakima, breezy on Thursday. Those showers and potential thunder showers again for the area. But look at those temperatures. We stay at 80 degrees both Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday those temperatures come back up to 87. So the weekend is looking very promising for all those graduation parties that you'll be having outdoors, and then back into the 90s as you get into next week. Maddie?
Perfect. Thank you, Stacy. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back here at 6 o'clock.